biting your lip. Whatever you're replaying in your head right now, it's not as bad as you think. Just breathe. You're staring at the wall like it's judging your life, cutting through your peace like a dull-ass knife. I should've said this, I should've done that. Just a bunch of empty-ass, useless-ass chat. Listen to the rain or the hum of the fridge. Let's just cross that tomorrow kind of bridge. You're tired, I can see it in the way that you blink. You're drowning in a glass where you should only ask drink. Where's the logic gone? We're getting older, let's not grow up. Just move a little closer, let the world spin, let the problems just wait. I'm here to tell you that you're doing as great. Just us in the hiss. No, we don't want to miss. Don't tell me you're failing. It ain't that easy. Just us in the hiss. No, no, we don't want to miss. Don't tell me you're failing. It ain't that easy. Why does it feel like a crime to just be when you're the only person I wanna ask? See, how do we still make the simple feel hard with the heavy ass head and the soul ass that's scarred? The mistakes you made today, they're already gone, like a shitty ass song that we won't put ass on. Just shut your eyes and let the beat take the lead. Peace is the only thing you actually need. The clock is a liar, don't believe what it says. You've got so much time for the rest of your days. Muffled bass and a slow ass beat, keeping us wrapped in this midnight ass heat. It ain't easy, baby, to turn off the noise inside of your brain. Just us in the hiss. No more pain. No, we don't want to miss. Through the rain. Your voice is shaking. Don't try to hide it. I'm not gonna judge you. Just let it out. You've been holding your breath for a week and a half, trying to fake a little ass, hollow ass laugh. Your eyes are red and your hands are so cold, carrying a story that's never has been told. It's not a weakness to feel like a wreck with a heavy ass weight on your tired ass neck. The world expects you to be made as of steel, but I just wanna know how you actually feel. Where's the armor gone? We're getting older, let's not grow up, the room's getting colder. Let the tears fall, let the makeup just smear. I'm the only one who's staying right as here. Just us and the hiss. No, we don't wanna miss. No, don't tell me you're fine now. It ain't that easy. Why does it feel like you're losing the fight in the middle of this dark and quiet ass night? How do we still find the strength to be small when we're tired of leaning against the ass wall? Crying till your chest doesn't feel as so tight. I'll stay right here till the morning ass light. You're not a burden, you're just a human ass soul, trying to find a way to feel finally as whole. The pride is a liar, don't believe what it says. You can be vulnerable for the rest of your days. Distant horns in a muffled ass beat, keeping us wrapped in Check your phone. The emails can wait. The sun's too bright anyway. Stay under the covers. The world is screaming for you to be on, but your energy's already completely gone. You're worried about what they'll think if you stop, thinking the whole ass universe will drop. But the sky is still blue and the birds still sing, even if you don't do a single ass thing. So pull up the blanket and shut your eyes. Ignore all the busy is better as lies. Where's the hustle gone? We're getting older. Let's not grow up, the morning's getting colder. Let the coffee get cold, let the calendar slide. I'm staying right here by your beautiful ass side. Just us and the hiss. No, we don't wanna go. Don't tell me you're lazy. It ain't that easy. Why does it feel like a race with no end, when you just need a minute to finally ask men? How do we still make the resting feel wrong, when we've been pushing ourselves for way too long? Your bed is a fortress, your pillow's a cloud, far away from the heavy noisy crowd. Doing nothing is the hardest work of them all. So let yourself rest till you're ready to fall. The career is a liar, don't believe what it says. You're more than your job for the rest of your days. Lo-fi drums and a muffled ass beat, keeping us wrapped in this cotton ass heat. It ain't easy, baby, to give yourself permission to just stay still. Just us in the glow, if you will. No, we don't wanna go. The world stands still. Stop looking in the mirror. Stop comparing your life to some filtered ass photo. You're here, that's enough. You're counting your flaws like there's some kind of score. Always wanting to be a little bit more. More successful, more pretty, more something. But I promise you, babe, you're missing nothing. Yeah. You survived every single bad day, and you're still standing here in your own way. That's a victory, even if it doesn't feel as grand. In this messy complicated land, where's the self-doubt gone? We're getting older. Let's not grow up, just get a bit bolder. Let the critics just talk, let the standards just fade. I'm proud of every single choice that you made. Just us in the history. We don't wanna miss. Don't tell me you're nothing. It ain't that easy. Yeah. Why does it feel like you're never done? Chasing a version of you that's already one. How do we still find the grace in the real, with everything that you actually asked for. Yeah, you don't need a trophy or a shout out that's post to be the person that I love as the most. Just existing is a beautiful ass thing. No matter what kind of hell the day ass might bring. The perfect is a liar, don't believe what it says. You're exactly right for the rest of our days. Deep ass bass and a muffled ass beat, keeping us wrapped in this soulful ass heat. It ain't easy, baby, to love yourself when the world says you shouldn't. Just us in the glow. I know I couldn't without you. We don't wanna go. You're the truth. The sun's down, the day is over. You can't fix it tonight anyway. Let it go. So you messed up a bit, or you had a badass run, thinking you're the only ass, failed ass one. But the clock resets at the strike ass of 12 into a new ass story where we can both ass delve. Don't carry the weight of today into sleep. Those are promises that you don't have as to keep. The stars are all out and the city is as quiet after a long ass, noisy ass, mental ass riot. Where's the regret gone? We're getting older, let's not grow up. Move a little closer, let the moon rise, let the darkness just stay. We'll figure it out in the light as of day. Just us and the hiss. No, we don't wanna go. Don't tell me you're finished. It ain't that easy. Why does it feel like a permanent ass stain when it's just a little bit of temporary ass pain? How do we still find the hope in the dark with just a tiny ass flickering ass spark? Tomorrow is a blank ass, white ass page. No matter your worry, no matter your age. So give me your hand and just let acid be. You're safe in the middle of this night as with me. The never is a liar, don't believe what it says. You got 1,000 agains for the rest of your days. Roads, piano, and a muffled ass beat, keeping us wrapped in this gentle ass heat. It ain't easy, baby, to believe that things will get better. Just us and the glow. Look at the rain hitting the glass. It just falls. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't apologize. You're not the reason the world is a mess. Stop apologizing for taking up space in a room you belong in. Yeah. You're holding a massive grudge against your own ass-tired soul, like you were the one who lost the whole ass universal control. The timing was shitty and the people around you were fake-ass actors, but you're still counting every single mistake as if you were the factor. You can't fix the broken-ass things inside of their twisted heads by replaying the cruel-ass, jagged-ass words that they said in bed. It's a heavy-ass burden to carry, a heavy-ass rusting chain, walking around every day with all of this unearned, borrowed pain. Yeah. You think if you were better or smarter or prettier then that the ending would have changed, but baby, look at the wind. It was never about you, it was about their own ass shadows. Stop trying to win a war in these shallow-ass shallows. Where's the peace gone? We're getting older and the guilt feels colder. Let's stop being our own worst enemies tonight. Let the blame slide off, let the shadows just run away. You're not the only one hurting in this gray-ass fray. Just us and the hiss of the record. No, we don't have to prove a thing. Don't tell me it's all your fault again, because letting go ain't that easy. Trust me. Why does it feel like you're the only one who messed up the play? Yeah. When everyone else is just improvising their own ass messy way. How are we supposed to find the light when we're digging a hole, trying to find a logic that fits a crushed ass beautiful soul? You did what you could with the pieces you had at the time, and trying to be perfect was your only real ass crime. The world is chaotic, it's random, and it's often ass mean, but that doesn't mean you're the villain in every scene. Forgive the kid, you were the one who didn't know better, the one who stayed out in the cold without a goddamn sweater. You're safe now, the storm is outside, not in your chest. Give your inner ass critic a long ass permanent rest. If only is a lie, don't believe what it says to you. You're exactly where you need to be to start something new. A deep-ass bass and a muffled-ass beat, keeping us wrapped in this forgiving-ass heat. It ain't easy, baby, to stop hating the person you see in the mirror every morning. But I see you, and I think you're doing just fine. They're running, let them run. The finish line is a ghost anyway. Let's just walk and listen to the birds, yeah. You're checking your social ass feed like it's a scoreboard of lives, thinking everyone else is the only one who actually thrives. But they're all just faking the perfect ass high-def view, while they're feeling just as lost and as lonely as you. Life isn't 100-meter ass dash to the grave before the whole ass system starts to break and behave. You got your own ass, beautiful ass, slow ass time to climb your own ass, difficult mountain ass climb. Maybe your blooming season isn't this month or this year. And that's a hard ass truth for a heart full of fear to hear. But a flower that's forced to open early just dies in the sun. So stop acting like your journey has already been won or done. Where's the patience gone? We're getting older and the pressure feels colder. Let's stop racing against people who don't even know us. Let the milestones pass, let the weddings and the promotions go. You're growing at a pace that only you need to know. Just us and the hits of the record. No, we don't have to prove a thing. Don't tell me you're behind in life, because taking your time ain't that easy. Trust me. Why does it feel like you're standing still while the world turns fast? Like you're a background character in the play that's already been cast. How are we supposed to value the now and the here when we're constantly looking at the next with a side of fear? There's a specific ass beauty in a life that takes its time. Like a slow ass jazz solo or a long ass complicated rhyme. You're not a late bloomer, you're just blooming when it's right. Far away from the blinding ass, fake ass spotlight light. Enjoy the coffee, enjoy the walk, enjoy the empty space. You don't have to be the fastest to have a beautiful face. The universe isn't in a hurry, so why the hell are you? Just keep being honest and keep being as true. The timeline is a liar, don't believe what the society says. You got plenty of mornings for the rest of your days. A rose piano and a muffled ass beat, keeping us wrapped in this patient ass heat. It ain't easy, baby, to be the one who walks while everyone else is sprinting. But the view is better from here, stick with me. Candle is gone, baby. Don't try to scrape the wax to find another spark. Just sit here in the dark with me for a second. The light was too damn bright anyway. Let your eyes rest. You ran a whole ass marathon at a frantic ass sprint pace, trying to win some kind of invisible hollow ass race. Now your tank is bone dry and your heart is feeling as cold, and you're wondering why you feel 100 as years old. It's okay to be a ghost in your own house for a while. Without the fake ass, I'm doing great working ass smile. The world won't stop spinning if you take a goddamn year to wash away all this exhausted ass, stagnant ass fear. You've been a pillar for people who wouldn't even hold a door, and now you're wondering what you're even fighting as for. Stop, just stop the grind. Is a slow ass suicide, and there's nowhere left for your tired ass soul to hide. Where's the energy gone? We're getting older and the pressure feels colder. Let's stop being the strong one for everyone else. Let the emails write, let the phone just die in the hall. You're allowed to just sit here and do nothing at all. Just us and the hiss of the record. No, we don't have to prove a thing. Don't tell me you're lazy for needing a break, because doing nothing ain't that easy. Trust me. Why does it feel like a crime to just lay ass in in bed with all those should be doing voices screaming in your head. How are we supposed to heal when we're always ass on the move, stuck in the fast ass, soul crushing, repetitive ass groove? Your body is a temple, not a 24-hour ass factory line. And ignoring the check engine light isn't a goddamn sign of strength or of power. It's just a way to ass break from every single ass, unnecessary ass weight you take. Oh, so close the blinds and let the dust motes just ass dance. Give your nervous ass system a real ass fighting ass chance. You don't owe the world a productive ass version of you. I just want the real ass, quiet ass, resting ass you. The hustle is a liar, don't believe what the internet says. You're more than your output for the rest of your days. A lazy ass trumpet and a muffled ass beat, keeping us wrapped in this restorative ass heat. It ain't easy, baby, to give yourself permission to just stay still. But I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. Just breathe. They want you to be a machine, don't they? Log in, produce, smile, and repeat. But your gears are grinding and the oil is leaking everywhere. It's okay to break down. You weren't built in a factory. You were born to feel, not just to function. Let the system crash for a night. They're sending notifications and setting urgent sounding alarms, trying to pull you away from your own protective, loving arms. The expectations are heavy like a ton of cold industrial steel, ignoring the simple biological fact that you actually feel. You're not a software update. You're not always supposed to be fine. You weren't designed to walk a straight, predictable digital line. Your heart has a rhythmic, messy, wonderful analog beat, a world away from this clean, mechanical, soul-crushing street. If you can't process the data of a difficult life today, then just shut the whole system down and walk the other way. You're a complicated, beautiful, fragile kind of soul, and nobody on this earth has the right to take total control. You stare at the blank screen while the clock ticks on the wall, feeling the guilt of the tasks you haven't finished at all. Society tells you that being busy is the only way to be good, but they replace you in a second if they actually could. So why give them your sanity? Why give them your inner peace? When the only reward for hard work is a shorter lease on your release. The glitch in your mind isn't a failure, it's a cry for a rest, a sign that you've been put through a cruel and unnecessary test. Machines don't get lonely and machines don't feel the rain, but you do, and that's the beauty that balances out the pain. Don't optimize your joy or try to monetize your downtime. Just being a person is a mountain that is enough to climb. Music shifts to a slow wandering. the silence between the notes remind you that you are not a tool. You are the architect of your own peace. When they ask why you're quiet, tell them your battery is low, and that there are places in your heart that they will never know. You are a forest, not a garden with perfectly trimmed hedges. You have wild spaces and sharp, dangerous, beautiful edges. So let the errors pile up and let the servers go down. You don't need to be the king or the servant of this town. Tomorrow you might find the strength to pick up the tools, but tonight we are breaking all the productivity rules. Close your eyes and feel the blood moving through your veins. That's a miracle they can't measure with their charts and their gains. You are human, and that is your only job tonight. The system is offline, the lights are dim. You're doing great just by existing. Rest now. Delete the text, I know you spent an hour writing it. I know your thumb is hovering over the send button, shaking, but they won't get it. They never did and they never will. The closure you're looking for isn't in their reply box. It's right here in your own chest. Put the phone down. A screen full of anger and a screen full of why. Another heavy late night digital sigh. You want them to finally know exactly how much it hurt, while they're just treating your feelings like common dirt. But their validation is a shallow plastic prize, full of more complicated, defensive and hollow lies. Keep your energy and keep your quiet, sacred peace. Let the silence be your final powerful release. They don't deserve the effort of your carefully written prose, or the intimate secrets that your breaking heart discloses. Let the draft stay empty, let the fire finally go out. You don't need their answer to know what you're truly about. The best response is your own healing. Silent heart, letting go of the send button is the most courageous part. You think if you find the right words, they'll finally see the light and realize they were wrong in the middle of the night. But some people are committed to misunderstanding your soul, and letting them back in only makes you lose more control. You're digging a well in the desert, hoping for a drop of rain, when all you're really doing is magnifying your own pain. They've already moved on to the next person, the next scene, while you're stuck in the loop of what does this mean? It means you're free now. It means the cord has been cut. It's time to keep the windows closed and the heavy doors shut. You don't owe them a goodbye or a final stinging word. The most powerful thing is to leave the message unheard. The beat gets dusty, lots of vinyl crackle and a muffled trumpet. Just let the realization sink in. You don't need them to agree that you were hurt. You just need to know it yourself. Go to the notes app and delete every single line. Tomorrow you'll wake up and you'll feel a little more fine. The weight of their opinion is a burden you can drop, a spinning carousel of misery that you can finally stop. Focus on the tea in your mug and the air in your room. You're moving away from the shadow and the loom and doom. You are your own closure, you are your own light. You don't need a scent receipt to get through the night. Rest your thumbs, rest your mind, rest your weary eyes. You've outgrown the drama and you've outgrown the lies. The silence is yours now. Wear it like a crown. Screen or phone away. 'cause you said so. That's power. That little blue light is just in your brain, bit by bit. Put it face down on a wooden table. Look at the way the shadows are moving on the wall instead. That's real. This isn't. The world is much bigger than a 5-inch screen, and you are much deeper than a profile. 1,000 photos of places that never actually been. The most curated, filtered version of a life you've ever seen. But they don't show the piles of laundry, or the lonely, quiet nights, or the ugly, petty 3 a.m. bedroom fights. You're comparing your messy behind-the-scenes reality to their final edit and their fake happy duality. It's a digital poison, a high-speed mental trap, filling in every single quiet, peaceful gap. You feel like you're failing because you aren't living large, while some influencer is putting their whole soul on a credit card charge. Turn it off. The world is wider than an algorithm can know, and you have a much more beautiful garden to grow. You don't need a like to know that your heart is beating fine. Why does it feel like you're invisible if you don't post a status? Like you're just some kind of digital ghost in a hollow apparatus. How are we supposed to know who we are in the dark without a comment section to leave a temporary mark? But the best moments in life don't have a camera lens, and they don't depend on the approval of distant friends. It's the way the coffee smells, or the way your cat purrs in the light. In a world where the line between real and fake always blurs out of sight, you don't need a hashtag to justify your day, or a trendy filter to take the sadness away. Just be here right now, in this lo-fi reality, away from the machine and its cold, calculating cruelty. The beat gets heavy on the vinyl crackle, a dusty piano. Imagine the digital world fading until it's gone. When you leave the phone in the other room, you might feel a little itch, like you're missing out on some important world-changing switch. But the only thing you're missing is the noise of other people's lives and the sharp, jagged edge of the comparison knives. Reclaim your attention, reclaim your precious focus. Stop falling for the digital hocus pocus. You are a human being with a soul that needs the sun, not a consumer whose value is measured by the things you've done. Spend the night in the silence, read a book or just stare at the ceiling. Get back in touch with the way that you're actually feeling. The world will still be there when you decide to log back in. But for now, let the real world finally begin. It isn't easy to realize you're enough even if nobody's watching. But I'm watching, and I think you're doing incredible. You got out of bed today, you brushed your teeth, you drank a glass of water, that's a win. I'm serious, stop rolling your eyes and looking away. In this world, on a day like today, that's a goddamn victory. Don't let the big dreams diminish the small steps. world wants a vlog-worthy, highly productive day, but you're just trying to literally stay okay. Stay alive, stay sane, stay in the middle of the room, avoiding the heavy looming shadow of the doom. If all you did was breathe and manage to exist, that's a victory that shouldn't be ignored or missed. We don't need a mountain or a gold shining medal, just a place where your shaking heart can finally settle. You're being too hard on a soul that's already bruised, feeling like a battery that's been completely used. But a win is a win, no matter how tiny or small, and standing back up is the bravest thing of them all. You don't have to be a hero every single day. Sometimes just not giving up is the most heroic way. Is the most heroic way. Why does the normal stuff feel like a mountain to climb when you're stuck in a heavy, difficult time? How are we supposed to feel good or great when we're carrying around all this mental weight? But listen, making a bed is an act of total war against the depression that's knocking at your door. And eating a meal is a beautiful, necessary thing, no matter what kind of hell the morning might bring. Celebrate the shower and the clean pair of socks, and the way you survived all the mental shocks. You're a warrior in a quiet, invisible way, just by making it through to the end of the day. Don't look at the list of things you didn't do. Look at the one thing you did. You stay true. The music picks up a bit. I'm more optimistic. This is the sound of a small smile. Tomorrow you might do more, or maybe you'll do less, and either way you're still a success in this mess. Productivity isn't the measure of a human's worth, no matter what they've told you since the day of your birth. You are a miracle just because you can feel the air, and because you have the capacity to actually care. So take the win, take the tiny little victory. Don't let the could-haves turn into a tragedy. You're building a foundation brick by tiny brick, even when the air feels heavy and the shadows feel thick. I see your effort, I see the way you try, and I'm telling you, it's enough to touch the sky. Rest now, champion of the small things. It isn't easy to be proud of the small things when you wanted the big things, but the small things are everything. They are the start. The water is loud in here. The steam is thick. Nobody can hear you, and nobody can see you. You don't have to keep the brave face on for me or for anyone else. Let the water carry the weight of the day. Wash it all down the drain. It's okay to let go. You're keeping it all together in the bright public light, but I know what happens in the middle of the quiet night. The tiles are cold, but the water is steaming hot. In this private, watery, hidden spot, let the salt of your tears mix with the artificial rain, trying to numb out the localized heavy pain. You're safe in the cloud and the soapy lavender haze, and in another of these difficult great days, you've been swallowing the lumps in your throat all week, being the strong person that everyone else seems to seek. But here you can break and you can finally fall without having to answer a single how are you call. The world can't cut you while the curtain is drawn. You can stay in here until the pain is gone. Why does the water feel like the only friend you have when you're waiting for the world's struggle to finally end? How are we supposed to stay clean and dry when we're always just about to cry? But listen, the water is washing away the grime of a long, difficult, and exhausting time. And when you step out and you wrap in the towel, you've survived the internal dark crowd. It's okay to be messy, and it's okay to be loud, far away from the noisy, judgmental crowd. You're rinsing the sadness right off of your skin, preparing for the next day to eventually begin. You aren't weak for breaking down, you're just human, and humans need the overflow sometimes, just to stay. The steam will fade and the mirrors will clear, but for a moment you let go of the fear. You let the emotions flow like a river to the sea, and that's the most honest you could ever be. Tomorrow you'll put on the clothes and the face, and you'll rejoin the human race at its frantic pace. But you'll carry the secret of the shower with you, the knowledge that you can always start something new. You are a vessel that needs to be empty to be filled, and tonight the storm in your heart has been still. Dry your eyes, put on your favorite OT. You're still the most beautiful person I've ever had to see. The water did its job, and so did you. It isn't easy to let the walls down, even when you're alone, but you're clean now. You're